Hello everybody and welcome to episode 5 of OurCraft. Now this series has been chugging along. We're getting through. We're actually getting places. We're making progress and I'm having a hell of a lot of fun. And if you are also having fun and you're returning to these videos and haven't subscribed, then we are nearing 500 subscribers. I think it'd be amazing if we could hit that by the end of the month. Doubtful, but that's the goal. So if you do want to help me out, remember to subscribe. That'd be absolutely wonderful. Okay then, let's get into some Minecraft. OurCraft, sorry. Don't mean to be greedy. Our first order of business today is to add something else to our nice board here. And that is this comment from my good pal Cerberito. And he wants us to have my new logo high up in the air, just enough to see it from a distance. So it's going to be like the Teletubbies sun somewhere. And there it goes up there. Lovely stuff. We will do that. I did install the camera mod, so we can do that, no problem. What we're going to be doing in this video, or especially at the start of this video, is the stage. So maybe above the stage, just giant me. Oh, how lovely. I mean, terrifying, actually, but lovely nonetheless. Okay, so something I'm going to be building is a framing saw. What this is going to allow me to do is make all of these different framed blocks so I can create different sort of styles and have different patterns, these very interesting shapes, which I'll be honest, I've probably used like 5% of the stuff that's on this, but I'm sure there is going to be a lot of stuff here that's going to come in handy for us just for giving a little bit of detail. That does mean I'm going to actually require some more oak to get the frames, because I don't actually think that I can make these with just any planks. I mean, it won't help that I've done the recipe wrong either, to be honest. Oh no, I can do it with any planks. Okay, never mind. Forget what I'm saying. If I'm talking, ignore it, honestly. It's probably the best way to go about listening to my channel. Okay, so we are going to be building it roughly around here. Well, probably here. We're going to have it protruding off of the cliffside here. I'm still undecided whether we're going to be making any kind of backdrop to it. I might do. Maybe we'll put something there. But yes, let's get building, I guess. Okay, so by this point, I just wanted to do something fairly simple, just a basic sort of bit of stage. And as I came back up, I hated it. I honestly hated everything about it just being a kind of, I don't know, just a weird little thing sticking out. I don't mind the colours. I think the colours are okay. I think it just needs a little bit more of like an interesting shape, maybe at least, so it's kind of rounded rather than just being a square. I think it's going to look a bit nicer, so we're going to probably knock this down and start again, which, I'll be honest, I was expecting I was going to do this. So let's go again. Okay, so I'm definitely preferring the shape of it now. I know this is really where I could really do with the jetpack to properly see here. That just even from a bit of more of a distance, obviously we're going to be building up a little bit more. It looks much nicer than original. We are going to need to add a little bit more depth to it, and I'm thinking about adding some stone bricks to the corners on the edges here, maybe to see if it gives it that little bit more depth, because I think the brick is, as much as it is nice, it does need, I think, that extra layer of something, maybe even a different stone cut of brick to go onto there. So I'm going to test a couple things, and yeah, so let's carry on. Okay, so after a little bit of deliberating and one sort of not being too sure what to do, I kind of went, I like these sort of framed pillars. I thought these worked quite well just to give it that bit of depth without having to like come outwards with some blocks, because I was looking, I couldn't really find anything that felt right as such. I didn't want to just completely fill this area in. I don't know what I'm going to do under here. I'll just probably make it look a little bit neater with the grass and stuff. Same with down here. I'm going to fill this in. I'm still on the fence about the deep slate bricks. They might get changed. I'm unsure. But for the moment, it's going to stay like this. Let's go and have a little look at it from a distance. Okay, so it doesn't look so bad from here. Once we've built up a little bit, we're going to have some sort of sides. I've got a couple ideas what I want to do for around the sides, and building up maybe with something behind. I've got a few ideas. Let's head back into the building. Okay, so I did just want some. I'm not going to leave it like this. I will add some supports and stuff for this. Probably just make it just a one big block. But I wanted just like a nice staircase go up. I really couldn't decide on the stairs. I made some cool looking stairs, but once they were down like that, I couldn't really do corners like this with them and stuff, because I was originally going to have it come out a couple and then go down. On the stage thing, I think it looks nicer actually going up straight next to it. I think it looks much better like that. I don't know whether to also add on this side as well. Maybe instead of one going up straight, maybe have it coming outwards this way. I'm not sure. And obviously this will all eventually lead on to some paths which are going to go through. But yeah, for the moment, this is okay. I'm not too sure about this, but once I've added like the potential backdrop and sort of built these up some levels, I can work on that. But yeah, that's okay for there. And now for another little idea I had, let's test something. Okay, now at night, our stage does have a little bit of light to it with those little edge lights I've got going around at the bottom. Now, I might actually change the orientation of them. I might bring them up one, so they're on the top half of the bricks rather than the bottom. That might look a bit nicer to be in between the wood. It might break up that between the bricks and the wood, so I'm probably going to change that right now. Okay, yeah, that looks a hell of a lot better. Definitely breaks up that divide from bricks into the wood. Something I couldn't find is quite annoying is this here. I couldn't find any block or like railing which will connect to the like staircase railings, so I've kind of got this open gap. Now I'm wondering maybe to combat this so I don't just have to put like fences that don't connect here. If I bring these out another one, I can then have this just going off into another pathway out to something else going out this way, I guess. So I will probably end up doing that when we start adding in paths. But for the moment, it's okay, just so we can get up here. So now we're going to work on building this up and giving the actual platform of the stage itself a little bit of depth. Okay, so I'm kind of liking this so far. I'm going to be building these up a little bit and maybe then building a little bit of a cover over so we can have some lights above us. I am probably going to need to go and get some more deep slate though, because we don't have that much of it. So annoyingly, going to have to go on a little mining adventure. So I'm going to have to go ahead, go and grab some more deep slate, and we'll get back to it. Oh, never mind. We might actually have enough. I do have 175 in here. We've probably got enough. For the moment, at least. Okay, so we have started to build up a little bit here. I'm very unsure as to what I think of this because I don't want it to be completely cut off from behind, but it kind of might have to be, honestly. It looks a little bit weird. I wanted it, sort of wanted it to be wrapping round the back of these pillars. I may also change the pillars. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about them being the same as the floor, but I don't think it's too bad. You're right there, friend. I'm glad that rail's working. So in that case, I think I'm going to quickly go and grab a load more deep slate, and then we're going to start building a little bit of a roof over. Okay, I'm hoping this is going to be more than enough. And lovely, there we go. That is a nice amount of deep slate bricks. Right, let's see how much of a roof we can try and do here. Okay, I'm unsure what this looks like. I don't think it's gonna look great, so I want to get a little look from a distance. Do you know, it would be easier if it wasn't raining and dark. Hold on. Do you know, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. The sides obviously need work. It needs supports at the side. I'm gonna bring some more pillars up at the side. The right hand side is a little bit more of an issue because this is where we got the staircase. It's a little bit harder to have it supported on anything, so I'm wondering if I can maybe bring down some bits and have it kind of coming inwards. I think we do probably need to come out maybe one or two more here. Okay, let's get on that. As it stands, this is pretty much the stage. All I'm going to do now is add some final touches, like some lights and bits, and I think we may be done. Okay, I can't really find any lights that I like fit in here. I'm probably going to use a few more of these little edge lights, maybe coloured in here. So what I've just done instead is I've used these glowstone pillar things instead. So they will provide a little bit of light up here when it's dark, but I'll probably just get some edge lights and maybe bring it around some of the edges here, and probably up and around here maybe will look lovely. And for our finishing touch, we have, of course, oh, there we go. Incredible. So this is pretty much our stage done. I'm sure we're going to maybe add things, change things as we go. I'm sure there'll be more things that I will want to add. But for the most part, this is a stage done. I'm, of course, probably going to maybe want to add a little bit of floor detailing, maybe some carpet up here or something, just for a little bit extra detail. We'll probably want to get rid of this pillar of tuff as well, actually. And we have a lovely view over what is going to be our pit of chaos and horror. So I do need your feedback in the comments regarding these videos. As this was a bit of a bigger bit, how do you find this sort of a video where if everything's gone to plan with the recording, it's going to be a little bit less of me talking and doing stuff, and it's just going to be a little bit more of building the thing itself? How are you feeling about that? How does this go? How does this feel for you? Or do you prefer the running commentary of me whilst doing stuff? Because we can do either. So let me know down in the comments. And also, this does now mean that we can knock this off of our board. So thank you very much, Wither28, for the suggestion. I think this has been a excellent first little build and first addition to our world. Okay, and there we go. We have also just made sure we've got that forever. So this is the Wither28 stage. We'll try and make some sort of a sign or something for every single build we do, so we remember who has suggested them and everything. So that is very much done and lovely. It feels good to finally actually take something off of the board, but now that does mean we have more space. We do currently have 5 more spaces. So if you want to get yourself on this board, all you have to do is leave a comment down below with something you want building in this world. So that is where we're going to be leaving episode 5. As I said, very different video, but hopefully one that has turned out good and definitely going to be enjoyable. I hope, fingers crossed. So if you are enjoying this series and haven't done so already, do remember to subscribe to keep up to date with them, because we're chugging along now. And if you did like the video, remember to, well, like the video, because it helps me out an absolute ton. Thank you very much for watching, and we can christen our stage with this. Ah, that feels good. That feels good. Goodbye.